Good morning, everyone. It's Ripgal. We're playing some more Pokemon SoulSilver. I know I said we were done with distractions, but I realized that I had one more thing I could potentially do, and I've got to at least try. So, having defeated the Gyarados in the Lake of Rage, we actually have a quick item pickup that we should be able to do in the flooded Lake of Rage. So, hopefully, if you're familiar with choice specs, you know why this is a big pickup. Choice specs are an amazingly powerful item. I do need to get back to Lake of Rage, but my other notes regarding Lake of Rage were all for Wednesdays when the lake is dry. And I just had this moment of realization as I was finishing up my last video. I'm like, oh, I can like, I should be able to really go nuts with this. Okay, we're gonna take a quick look here at the at the stats of my Pokemon, so I can remember who might need a little boost. We're about ready to take on the Kimono girls, which are the 5 Umbreons that were present in Gen 2 as their Pokemon. So, we've got... my goal is to sweep with Fabio. Fabio is, first of all, awesome. Second of all, Signal Beam is super effective against Umbreon and Espeon. Surf is super effective against Flareon. Discharge is super effective against Vaporeon. And technically we don't have a super effective move against Jolteon, but we have Volt Absorb, so they're immune to Thunderbolt and Thunder Wave. So I think Fabio is going to just carry us here, and I'm not sure that I actually need to equip items given that. However, what I'm gonna do is take a quick look, I guess, just to make sure. These Pokemon do have Last Resort, and they are pretty powerful. Now, the choice specs I just picked up are worthless here because these only let you use one move. And I just said 3 different moves that I need to use. So with that in mind, I think we are going to go with an Oranberry here, just as a little bit of a health boost. Our other characters, though, are a little bit more limited, and I think we're going to give Lil Specs the choice specs. I'm a little bit torn on giving Wes. I was considering giving Wes the choice Scarf to boost their low speed. That locks them into one move, and I don't think we're going to be swapping back and forth. But they do have Surf and Earthquake, which are both very good moves. And being able to switch between them is good. Same thing with Clayton. Actually, we're just going to go ahead and give. Clayton is not actually here for a specific thing with this. Clayton is mostly here in case things get out of hand and I need to put something to sleep. Fenrirel is literally here because I need to fly. So, you know, it takes all types. Thud. We bumped into the algorithm. How? How is this possible? How could I lose to mere Kimono girls? You were watching me. That's right, I never thought defeating 5 Kimono girls would be so hard. I got beaten to a pulp. You must have come here for the same reason. Don't get cocky just because you defeated Team Rocket. These Kimono girls are insanely strong. Go ahead, see if you can defeat them. But I'm not going back. I don't want to see you win. Once again, Silver is the worst rival. They are such a jerk. I met you previously in Violet City. In order to bring back Lugia, we needed someone with the right bond with Pokemon. We asked Mr. Pokemon to give this mystery egg to whoever showed potential. It was eventually handed from Mr. Pokemon to Professor Elm and then to you. However, being pure alone will not be sufficient in the face of this Pokemon. I must test you. Are you ready? Let's do this. Flavio, this is your moment. Okay, let's be clear. It's not Fabio's moment. Fabio has had lots of moments. Lantern has turned out to be one of the best Pokemon in my party pretty consistently. It might take 2 Signal Beams to beat Umbreon. This is... Oh, jeez. Okay. This is why we have what we have. So, I'm going to expect at this point either a Shadow Ball or a Dark Pulse. I'm going to hope for a Dark Pulse. It's technically more powerful. And we're going to switch into Lil Specs. Not very effective against Bug-type. But we've got a Psybeam. That's the wrong button. I just made a huge mistake. Okay. $104 minus 43 divided by 2. Okay, we should be able to take one more hit. Let's... Oh, now we're locked into the move. Okay, that really... I made a huge mistake there. We're in trouble. Clayton's pretty bulky. Should be able to take a hit. Spore. It's used all of its moves now, so that it gets to use Last Resort. But even that isn't very strong. We get to Spore. And I could... Let's do 1 Giga Drain. I want to see how much it does. Just for the healing. We have a lot of Pokemon to go. This is one fight. We're in trouble. Because I didn't Giga Drain, I don't know if I can survive this. So I think I either just have to take the chance. Check something quick. Last Resort. No, not the song by Papa Roach. I want the move in Pokemon. It is a physical move. That was the first thing I wanted to check. And it is a normal type. So literally, my biggest concern with a lot of this was the fact that Umbreon is very bulky. Umbreon has good defenses, good hit points, and some obnoxious moves. And good typing. Now, if I hadn't screwed up, we could have used Bug Buzz with Lil Specs, and that would have probably two-shot. But because I locked in on Side Beam by accident with the Choice Specs, I completely screwed myself. My eyes witnessed you defeating Team Rocket when Kurt was in trouble at the Slowpoke Well. I love the fact that they go back and tell you, like, okay, they were at all these key points where they got to witness you being heroic. It's a really neat idea. I also just realized we could have totally used the Choice Specs because we're only using one move on each Pokemon. Hold on just a second here. Team Rocket Grunt from right here. Okay. Sure. I'm just doing some quick math here. We are level 40, they are level 38. Quick attack. Last Resort is the one I'm worried about, but you can't use it right away. Okay. And we're currently at 45 hit points. So, we should move before Flareon. Barely. Unless their Flareon has a high speed nature. We barely outspeed them. So if they get a Fire Blast off, it should not kill. My other question is this the Pokemon I am most worried about Lantern on? Because we're going to be fighting... Yeah. Okay. So this is my plan. Let's not risk it. Because we're going into Jolteon next. I almost stayed for the turn just in case it was doing Will-O-Wisp, but we have Surf. Wes can take that, and Burn reduces the damage you do with physical attacks, but it doesn't actually help against special attacks at all. They just use Quick Attack because they're going to be going into Last Resort next. I would have loved to have Wes be around for to be able to switch in on Jolteon as well. But I believe we can heal because literally the only thing Jolteon can do is against Fabio is not much. Okay. So in order to use Last Resort, they have to use their 2 electric moves first, which will heal me. And we should just be able to use Surf here. So that's going to be a little bit annoying, but I still have 2 shots at it. There we go. Too bad they didn't use Thunderbolt. Would have greatly preferred that. More importantly, we're up to 84 health again. You are dependable at the Goldenrod Tunnel. I'm the one who twirls underground. Who need the Kimono Girl? I looked at you in wonder when you thwarted Team Rocket's mission. You must show your strength now. Okay. So this last one is Vaporeon. Now, this is a little bit... I'm a little nervous with this one, actually. Let me check where my Pokemon are at quick. So, they have Surf, Quick Attack, Aurora Beam, and Last Resort. Now, Surf is not very effective, but will still do damage. Aurora Beam is not very effective, but will still do damage. Quick Attack is not very effective, but will still do damage. And Last Resort is not very effective, or Quick Attack and Last Resort are both neutral, but Last Resort is gonna hurt. So I have to get through this. We've got Discharge, so we're gonna see how this goes. It's actually reassuring that they're using Quick Attack there, because that means that the Quick Attack is probably their most powerful move. Now, Vaporeon is another very bulky Pokemon. We're good. We're good. I'm so nervous. For some reason, I didn't remember that we had, you know, electric moves against Vaporeon. I thought it was going to be another fight where we were using neutral moves. We were not wrong. You are worthy of this. Get the title bell. Oh, Big Sisters, I saw the shadow of a big Pokemon in the Whirl Islands waters. It could be. Rafe will be at Whirl Islands. Okay. Oh, Mom's calling. Mom, I'm trying to save the world. I know you're going shopping and you're very excited about it. Oops. Okay. So this is going to be a pretty clear spot. I'm going to take just a moment to get my team switched out here before we head over. And honestly, I'm not super concerned about it. We should be able to ignore pretty much all the encounters along the way. We still are high enough level to repel through everything. I think we're going to drop off cheese. And let me double check real quick. Getting a lot of me searching this time, which has been a little bit of been a little while since we've ended up in that situation. I don't mind looking things up. That's part of what I enjoy about Pokemon, and that's actually one of the things I've talked with people about. That SoulSilver run we did for Wheel of Struggle, or not SoulSilver, the Vanilla Silver Nuzlocke that we did for Wheel of Struggle. The reason that it was a struggle for me in particular was specifically because I didn't have the ability to look things up and plan my encounters and, you know, make these convoluted plans to make sure I was catching Pokemon that I wanted. And to me, that's the fun of it. Like, you can go through and just power your way through, but at the end of the day, the point of the game to me is this very, like, it's about the, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I enjoy the planning in the battles and the customizing of your Pokemon and developing a team and figuring out ways to get through like the puzzle of getting through with what you have available. But I also think that when you're trying to do something that feels like a puzzle, south on Route 40 and take the first whirlpool. Okay, I guess we just keep going south? That's actually actually that kind of fits in with some of the other games I've played recently as well. Because I kind of had the same thought with a little bit when I was playing Rollaway. The part of the fun of puzzles to me is having that you either need the ability to have trial and error, which obviously you don't have in a Nuzlocke, or you need the ability to plan. And that was one of the reasons that I had so much fun doing the Pokemon Reborn run, because it's really hard. Like, the encounters are really challenging and require a lot of thought, and you know, there were a lot of parts I struggled with, and I had every Pokemon in that one. And in addition to having every Pokemon, we were playing on Switch mode, which in retrospect I really wish I hadn't, because that would, although it would have also made everything a lot harder, I feel like I do feel like set mode is the, like, set mode should be the default to me. It's how, when you're playing against other players, it's how it works. So it only makes sense to me that that would also be how things work when you're fighting other trainers, at least, you know? Like, competitive Pokemon is literally always on set mode, effectively. Okay, let's see if this is right. I didn't bring somebody with Flash. It lied. Map. Whirl Islands HGSS. Can we do this blind? Okay, so we are on Island B. This is the right one. Okay, keep north and head down the ladder. Head south and take the first ladder. So I am going to... I feel like I'm playing Dragon Warrior. Bonk, bonk. There we go. So that avoided all encounters. We're gonna put, we're gonna actually, no, that's a bad idea. I don't think it matters because we are going to be using... I'm probably overthinking this. I guess I'll just leave Fabio and Fred. I really don't want to accidentally lose an important Pokemon to... Wait, what? Okay. So, this little offshoot here, this cave that we're at right now, I believe we do still want to go to quick. That was not worth bothering with, although it is really pretty. This is where we welcome Lugia. The dance we practice many days becomes one with the sound of the title bell we entrusted with you. Then Lugia shall come out from the deep within the waterfall basin once again. I love how arbitrary the it is that they gave it to me when they're just coming with me. And also the fact that the reason we needed the other item was literally just there's a dude who won't let you pass without it. That being said, this is a really cool setup, and I am excited to potentially have a Lugia here. Okay, I've got a Master Ball. I'm gonna get a Lugia. I did have a brief moment as I was after the last video recorded where I was like, I do only have one Master Ball. Should I use that to catch, like, could I go get Entei? And then I went and looked up Entei's stats and I was like, it's not actually gonna help. Because I was also talking about how Cyndaquil doesn't have a lot of coverage moves. And it looks like Entei does, but not until after level 50, which is the level cap right now. Anyway, that's Lugia. Rafe, with your heart in complete harmony with the title bell, has finally allowed it to appear. Don't you see? It must have been waiting for someone like you. Okay. It's gonna be a challenging fight. That's for darn sure. Has its very strong moves and its ridiculous stats. The pressure ability, I'm not even gonna be able to double up attacks. Oh. That's right, we have Master Ball, so we don't actually have to do the fight. Okay. So, as I was explaining last time, we are going to go through and rename all the Pokemon that I caught. You're so wonderful. There's nothing more for us to say. Take care of your... That's literally it. Say hi to Professor Elm. You've done a great job. Okay. So, we could make some stops along the way here, now that we've accomplished our primary goal. But I don't think I want to bother wandering around in the dark even for a few items. And I don't know what the items are that would be worth it. And I don't have an escape rope, so I guess we're walking out. So I guess, okay, maybe I can take a quick look here then and see if there's something on the way. So we went back up that ladder. That means that we could go this way. I mean, sometimes you... As the song says, you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you might get what you need. Now that being said, we actually are not going to do that because we're literally right by an entrance. I may have to do a little looking around just to make sure I'm not missing any super important items out of here. The main things I'd be concerned about are if there are exclusive evolution items here, because they are so rare in this game. You were supposed to be flying. They did say hi to Professor Elm, which I think is their way of reminding you, go back to Newbark again. Good job. That actually, that appeared to be so rare has brought you so much trouble, I guess. Kimono Girl said something about me? I don't have anything to do with it. You made up your mind yourself and went through it. The decision, having achieved such a thing, you should be able to take on the Pokemon League now. You should head for the Indigo Plateau. Follow Route 27 to reach Route 26. Once you get there, go straight north. So, this is one of the really cool things about this game. Route 27 and 26 are the end of... or connect back to the end of the original Pokemon. So, we've got our cool map here, and we're going to be leaving the Johto region to get to, I guess that's Mount Silver is still in Johto, but basically we're going off this map. We're surfing across here, and we'll be surfing across here and then heading north, basically to the western edge of Pokemon Red Blue, which is really neat. That was a lot of fun. I overthought some things in the Kimono Girls, made a couple really dumb mistakes, but we were able to recover without any losses, which I was not sure we were going to be able to do. So next time we are going to pick back up. We're in New Barktown. We need to make sure we've got the right Pokemon to get through Victory Road, because it does require several special moves, so I need to make sure I have those Pokemon in our party. There's going to be a lot of trainers. We need to make sure we've got a team that can take on our rival for the last time. And we also have a couple catches that we can make along the way. It looks like we're going to be able to get, I think it's going to be Doduo, Ponyta, and Rhyhorn. Which I don't think are actually going to help us at all, but are neat. So, hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time. I finally figured it out, so we're just doing this.